I think we're ready. Are we ready? Hi. What up? Good morning. Welcome, welcome. Happy Tuesday. Happy Aquarius season, by the way. We have made it. And nothing against Capricorns, because I know I have a lot of Capricorns in my life, and they are all awesome people. So it's not Capricorn season that we're like, thank God it's over. It's basically that we're near the end of January and the end of the 2025 energies. Remember, we're still in the year of the snake energetically, even though the calendars are all lying to us and telling us that it's a new year. So have you guys been feeling tired lately? You notice that? I've been feeling like really tired. There we go. Okay, now we're in business. What up? Good morning. Hi, Melissa. What up? Melissa, check out this idea I had. I don't know if this will work. I got to see what I can do on the phone when I'm on the channel. I wonder if I don't have to swap between the screens and I'll be able to read the timestamps in real time. I'm trying to see if there's a way. It lets me go back to Monica this way. Let me see if there's a way that it lets me chat filter top messages. Oh! Ha! Hold it. Melissa! Hey! Psst, Melissa! It lets me do it. Hold on, look. All right, I don't have to swap between screens, even when we get near the ends or the rapid fires. Check it out. The phone lets me do it. So I can use the timer here, and this will let me read the questions. Hopefully I can see it without my eyes, but we'll find out. I think this will work. You notice that? As we get into the end of this year of the snake energies, because you know how a snake is, you can cut its head off, but it still bites. You know how like a snake will flap around afterwards? I don't know why anybody would want to kill a snake, but whatever. It's not my choice. But as we finally finish it, the snake is finally coming to an end, so we can get into the year of the fire horse. So it's going to be cool. And sorry I was late too, y'all. I actually got some cool stuff going on. Remember how I closed off the Archer Network, which was that link in the community tabs here on the YouTube channel? I am transitioning it over to the Linktree. The Linktree has become the Archer Network now. And I've got on my to-do list, I'm going to add links to Melissa's channel, Sunshine Intuitive Tarot. I'm going to add a link to Shelley's book, The Manifesting Journal, right there, this guy. I'm going to add a link to that so that you have a click direct buy link for that. And then I'm going to also add a link to Monica's website, the Blooming Feminine Academy. That's part of the network too. What channels and it's support your local healing small business, right? So that's what the Archer Network is. Think of it as like a digital strip mall, all right? And then all the healer stuff is in this digital strip mall. That's the Archer Network, right? And you don't got to pay to rent a storefront. It's cool. But stuff that'll help the family heal in that is going to be part of the Archer Network, the digital storefront over on Linktree. So I'll get these things posted up pretty soon and fixed up and looking perfect. And the Archer Network will keep growing, at least until we have time that I can get that strip mall. And then we can open all the brick and mortars up. Plus, we need Demon Brewing Coffee, and there's the bake shop for Melissa. There's a lot of stuff going on. We got to have a country kitchen thing, too, I think. That'd be kind of cool, too. But anyway, so stay tuned. Probably, I'm hoping within a week. I'm hoping within a week, way before February, that I get the rest of the Linktree stuff done. It's on my very long to-do list. And that way I can get that released. And there will be literally, you just go to the Linktree. It'll have the links for Frankie, for Sunshine, for me. Booking readings, all the playlists for the channel, and then all of the digital small businesses that help on the healing journey. It's going to be a one-stop digital shop for everything healing. There you go. And I like the Archer Network because it abbreviates to TAN, TAN. It's cool. Even though I'm Detroit White and Frankie's Tampa Tan, but that's close enough for government work. We're fine. Andy, Andy's coming. Andy, I haven't had my coffee yet. What's up? Hey, Mel. How you doing? How's everybody's Tuesday going? You guys doing okay? Crystal, what up? Good morning. I got the schedule updated too. I'm going to start taking Thursday mornings off to handle stuff for like mom and home and business and my life and family too. So then maybe every so often I'll hop in and do like a Saturday or a Sunday cards and coffee or something. Might be kind of cool. What up? What's up, little baker? How you doing? I think I'm on the screen. Y'all can see me, right? Either that or I'm a vampire. No, it's you found me out, little baker. I'm a vampire. It's a thing. My reflection don't work for nothing. It was just buck teeth when I was a kid. I had braces as a teenager. It was supposed to fix it. What's up, Queen Joe? How's it going? Cappy Goat, what up, what up? So yeah, I think we're gonna be all right. Oh my God, I'm with you, Mel. It was like when I drove out to pick up some stuff. I had to go to Meijer. which is like Publix up north, and pick up some scripts and stuff. And it was like driving through the Arctic tundra in the Jeep. I was like, dude, I'm like driving through, I'm like almost to the ice wall. The world is round. Stop it. Anyways, some conspiracies I'll indulge in, but it's like, no, we're not going to do that. If you do subscribe to it, I do not judge. It's okay. You might be looking at me going, you goofball, the earth is not round. That's cool. Crystal, no, you're not. You could be. I don't know. Right, girl. Hi, Eat. What's up? I actually started making notes for the Cleveland trip, so that can happen in the spring. And come down and see you guys. I think that's like, okay, so I penciled it in. I have to get approvals from the ownership department. But I'm planning this year, we'll probably do some trips to the west side of Michigan because I want to go to the sand dunes. And then Cleveland, that's probably Cleveland is first. Of course, Nashville. And Tampa's coming up too. Gotta go see Frankie. Oh yeah, I'm just outside of Metro Detroit. We're broadcasting from Michigan. And I'm old enough to remember when we had a slogan up here on the news channels that were like, stand up and tell them you're from Detroit. I'm so old, I remember when I had to carry, when the digital camera was a separate piece of equipment from the cell phone. I'm that old. But yeah, so, and I don't want to do like meet and greets or ticket stuff because it's like half vacation for me and half, I just want to hang out with y'all. So like I'll start announcing it when we're doing a vacation and going to like Cleveland or to Nashville or to Tampa, and that way we can just all meet up somewhere and hang out. We'll still live stream and stuff, but it ain't going to be like the whole, gotta sell tickets and all that, you know. Oh, you're near Toronto? Oh, I have friends in Toronto. I haven't been there in a while, but I do have some friends up there actually from back when I was younger and in the music circuit when I was with a band touring. I had some friends doing creative and like indie films, and actually a lot of Canadians know them. I'm friends with John Paul Tremblay, who's Julian on Trailer Park Boys. And so I've met Bubbles, Ricky, and Julian. But so I do have some Canadian ties. And I still want to come up there too, because I still want to go up to Halifax and see the Titanic cemetery and stuff. So I have to stop through Toronto, see Niagara Falls. It'd be kind of a thing because I'm only 20 minutes from the Ambassador Bridge, well, and the new Gordie Howe Bridge. So it's actually really easy to go through Canada to get there. We got about like 6-7 inches right now. Atlantic City is, oh, you're okay, you're right on the coast. It's cold on the East Coast too. I think you guys got more snow than we did. Michigan's at like 6 inches. But it's also like 6 degrees. I haven't tuned the 6 string yet, Crystal, but I used to know. Mike Smith taught me that song. I haven't tuned the 6 string yet. Ted's not ready to perform yet. And I haven't learned how to play right-handed, but I know it used to be like G, D, and C, like that. Oh, that's not tuned. I'm not even going to subject our ears to it. Oh, that sounds awful. Oh my goodness. Sorry, Ted, you're not ready yet. You better go sit back down. Stay there. So I guess that means Ted's a Capricorn. I bought him in January. I forgot about that. But are we ready? I think I ran out of stuff to talk about. Which for me is rare. Ask Melissa. Or Mama T. Or Cappy Goat. Or anyone that knows me. Frankie. Anyone. Anyhow. Oh my God. I think it'd be fun. Yeah. Were they really? Somebody from Toronto local was? Oh my God. That's cool. I would have loved to have been in some of their movies or the stuff that they did. It would have been fun. That the whole gag, even like when you just when we used to hang out, this was like going back to like 2009. I'm that old. But like Mike Smith would even do that same. And Mike Smith tells a story that his girlfriend was the one that got him those glasses at a flea market. And it's like there's only one pair. They didn't have extra pair as like backup pairs for the show. It was kind of neat. But that whole like, oh, Julian really loves Patrick Swayze. Remember the doll? Conky? Yeah, Conky. Dirty Dance. I don't know if I can still go that high in my range anymore. Hey, Shelby, what up? Shelby Music, we should pop you into the network too, because Ephesians 5:19, music heals. We should pop you in the network too. I will pop something up for your social media stuff too. Get your music out there. I got one song written. I got a bunch of other ones. I just haven't finished like doing anything with them. When I was in bands in my 20s. Here's Virgo. What up? How's it going? We found you, Virgo. Where's Waldo? We found Virgo. All right. Let's dig in. We're going to try to do it this way where I read the super chats off the phone and then I don't have to swap between the screens over here. So we'll see how it works. I'll give it a try. I can't zoom it in any bigger. This is as big as it's going to get for my poor eyes. And I'm not about to wear my glasses for the whole scene, so there. All right, let's dig in. Let's find out. There we go. Cool. Let's cleanse the space, set the energies. I want to use the shadow deck. Let's go deep right now. All right, let's go right to everybody's blueprints instead of just using the biblical tarot. All right, let's begin. I think this is going to work, Melissa. We're going to try this. Let's see how it goes. All right. I have no clue what made me think of this idea, but all right, let me connect into everybody's energies. Connect me and tap me and tune me in. Let's see where we go. And I'm going to try to not even rapid fire. Let's see if we can go all the way to the, let's see if we can go all the way to the end with timestamps and cards. All right. Using the biblical shadow tarot. This does have the extra shadow card in it to let us know if you or your person are at a stage of doing shadow work. Three of Pentacles, Four of Cups, Ten of Wands. This is for me because we're doing a fan message this afternoon. Next week starts where pick a cards are on Tuesdays, and then the fan messages are on Thursdays. So for the fan message today, Three of Pentacles, Four of Cups into the Ten of Wands. I'm being told I'm going to be talking about trusting in God and trusting in the process and the power of the pause. The Four of Pentacles, Jonah's anger, Four of Cups. So, no, that's Four of Cups, not Four of Pentacles. See, I don't have my glasses on. This is going to suck. No. All right. And it as part of real love, Ten of Cups, and there's the shadow card. So there's going to be some shadow work brought up in the fan message later today. I'll make a title card up and get that thing released so I can see you guys back here this afternoon. But, all right, that'll be after the personals. Okay, cool. All right, we're connected. We're tapped in. This is how I do it. Like when I set a title card up, then I sit down before I hit the go live and I'm like, all right, what are we going to talk about today? Even on an all signs, I'm like, what's the general on the all signs? You know, stuff like that. Page of Cups, the Emperor, into the Ace of Pentacles. Whoa, tomorrow's all signs is going to be about love offers, people maturing, Ace of Pentacles, and like happening in the week ahead. Oh, dude, it's going to get heavy tomorrow. It's going to be a good all signs. I'm digging it. What's up, Mary? What pick? What pick? I want to be a part of the family. What pick? I'm always stuck on this side of the fence. All right, let's begin. Let's do something, shall we? All right, here we go. Let's start with Girl in Love, Brandon. Girl in Love. Can we do it like Trailer Park Boys? Brandon, he gets greasy sometimes, but it's not his fault. He's a good person. He just gets into his mode sometimes. Brandon, watching Dirty Dancing, that Christmas Story, shooting his eye out. Anyways, okay. Anyhow, that was fun. All right, so anyhow, let's put Brandon at 12:53. All right. Will Brandon reach out anytime soon? Well, Brandon, that's greasy, Brandon. It's greasy. Okay. Oh, we're not doing that all day. We might. Oh, God, I'm in that mood today? Okay. The King of Wands, the Knight of Cups, the Judgment card into the Nine of Cups. I want to say during Aquarius season, but I really felt the vibes on Pisces season. I want to tie it around the Valentine's Day energy, which is like, I consider it Aquarius Pisces cusper energy. Knight of Cups to the King of Wands. It's actually like in his head, he's already trying to think of a way to reach out. All right, he's rehearsing it a little bit. He's not just going to knee-jerk reaction and just put anything into the text message. He's in that stage that with the stuff going on his side of the fence, he gets frustrated, and when he has that alone time, he sits down and starts writing text messages, deleting them, writing. It's like trying to get it like just right, which is kind of rare for him. So he's really kind of in a stage of like being worried about like saying the wrong thing, okay? The Judgment card. He's looking inward every time he does this to get a plan to reach out, and like, is this the right thing to say? Oh God, this might trigger her. Oh God, that's going to make her think of that time. Oh, like let's say he used to like always start text messages with, hey baby, or something, and he types it this time and he's like, oh God, no, hold on. That's too, no, hold it. Judgment card, not right. Hold on. Okay. Hey hot stuff. No, don't, no God. Brandon. But in the Nine of Cups, by the time we get near the energies of Aquarius and Pisces season, you guys will be talking more. He's got to get a little more, believe it or not, he's got to get a little more emotional. He's on the logical masculine side of his mind right now. He's overthinking it. Hey, Brandon, you'd be surprised what two simple words in the English language could do to help you out. I'm sorry. Anyways, Brandon, he could free will circumnavigate this sooner because the guardian angels with the Three of Pentacles are working on him. All right. So like he can't dig the well any deeper, at least. He can't go further down the rabbit hole. The guardian angels are protecting him. So give me a rough idea of like what the percentage is that he might free will this thing sooner. The Empress. Okay, I can give you a time frame, not to sound like a Comcast repairman, but I can tell you somewhere within the next 3 days to the point where we transition into Pisces season. Okay? 3 days to 3 weeks. Yeah, that's about Comcast levels. Anyways, I hope that helps. Underneath that Empress was the Page of Pentacles. I just saw it as I started to put it away. So it is confirmation that it will be a message. All right, next up. Okay, this is kind of working. Aisha, darling, Mrs. Aisha, you are at 1535. All right, what does Aisha need to know? What does Aisha need to know? I forgot you. That's the UK. That's British pounds. I forgot you're over there, Aisha. That's cool. On my international travel bucket list is London, is Ireland, is Liverpool, is Australia. I'm not going to Greenland. It's not so great right now. That's horrible. Oh my God, I'm going to get this reading flagged. All right, Aisha, let's just talk to you for a second. Let's put you at 1606 so you don't have to listen to that crap. Okay. All right, what does Aisha need to know right now? The Wheel of Fortune, the Hermit card, the Temperance card, and the Devil card. Right now, there is a pending incoming energies that has the potential for the two of you to start a fight due to his quietness and close off reaching a boiling point with you. All right. The Wheel of Fortune says that you will be tested. All right, next 5 to 7 days, could be sooner, but you'll be tested on this. And all you can control is that power of the pause and how you react. In that when he starts to go a little quieter and you start to think, I'm going to say something, I'm going to tell him he needs to open up more. Why are you feeling closed off? What did I do wrong? And it'll give you that moment to power the pause and go, wait a second, Archer mentioned this. Hold on. So what I have to do is stop and think, is he really directing this at me? Or is he projecting something internally? Then you can then that'll give you the option and the choice where you could go with the devil. The devil's going to be on your shoulder being like, hey, Aisha, yeah, he doesn't like you. He regrets marrying you. Oh, it's horrible. And you're going to be like, oh God, you're probably right. I know. But if you tell the devil, go away, Toby, and then you walk up to him and you just give him a little hug and like, hey, if you want to talk, I'm here. And then just walk away, he's going to be like, oh my God, I love you. That's all it is. You're dealing with that feral kitty cat, right? And then just show him a little love, then walk away. He'll lap at the milk and he'll open up. He'll go, well, yeah, this is what's going on. Like, work sucks. I hate this, right? And you'll be like, inside as you're like listening to him, you're going to be like, oh my God, it wasn't me. He hates his job or something like that. But externally, you're like, oh my God, that's horrible. And just listen. He just wants to be heard. That's really all. And I know you're like, wait a second. He's going quiet because he wants to be heard. Yeah, he doesn't know how to open up. He's a guy. We get that way. Sometimes we go, he needs more Cancer in his chart. Then he would apologize every morning. Then he would ask you if you're okay 6 or 7 times a day. And but yes, so if that's what's going on, it's a very nice test for you in controlling how you react to it and understanding that it's not you. It's something internal with him that he's never had anyone in his life to teach him how to express it out. So he bottles it up until he strokes out. Not literally, metaphorically. But I hope that helps. Okay. Oh, cool. God tapped me into real time. All right. I love it, Aisha. I hope that helps. Remember, it's not about you. Right now, this is something internal with him. And maybe it was his dad's fault that was like the one that taught him, like, men don't show emotions. You just bottle it up and suck it down until it creates an ulcer, right? You're in his life to fix that and be like, you're not supposed to do that, honey. You're supposed to open up and tell me what's wrong. And then I'll be here for you. And keep in mind, your dominant program, it's not you. It's his personal life. Okay. Exactly. That must be why I had to talk to you about that. He does not hate you. That man does not know how to open up. Exactly. And here's the thing. You've just got that weird anxiety because you're like, oh God, he doesn't like me. He hates me. It's really bad. This is awful. Right? And then you got that's like stiff upper lip, bite your tongue for a second, hear him out. And all of a sudden you'll be like, oh, he doesn't hate me. He hates his boss. Oh, thank God. And then he'll be like, what? And you'll be like, I'm sorry. I said that out loud. It might happen that way once or twice where you're just like, oh, thank God. And he's like, what? And you're like, I'm nothing. Sorry. Forget it. All right. Shelby Belby. Let's see what we got for you, Shelby Music. All right. You're going to be at 1944. I could have put you at 1942, but that's the same calendar as right now. We know what's going on. So we're going to try to stay away from that. Hashtag Civil War II. What? I don't know. Page of Pentacles reverse. Shut up, Archer. Okay. Anyways. All right. Shelby. Energy check for you and Michael. Michael. Now I can talk like Kit instead of Bubbles. Kit, come pick me up, buddy. Not now, Michael. I have a headache. Kit never said that except in the outtakes. All right, Shelby. There we go. I got the Six of Pentacles. He's going to start breadcrumbing. And you're going to think it's breadcrumbing, but he's getting ready to test the waters more, right? Is it kind of because, like on the Seven of Swords to the Nine of Cups, it's like you're wishing he'd open up more, but it's not breadcrumbing. He's trying to open up and be more vulnerable, because right now it's doing a thing where he's coming to the energies that he texts you once or twice, and you have to wait a couple hours or a day or two, and you're like, what the heck? Why isn't this going any faster? Where's it going? He is working on trying to decipher between what would be love bombing and what would be vulnerability, right? Because it's like, no, it's getting ready to change into this mode. It's getting ready to change into this mode because we're in Aquarius season already, but then we're coming to the new start. This is where you're going to. You're going to be like, oh crap, he's breadcrumbing me again, right? Seven of Swords on the Six of Pentacles, but then the Nine of Cups to the Four of Wands, he's actually trying to be vulnerable. Let me see if I can get you a time frame. I was trying to see if it started or not, because with us just getting ready, I mentioned it during the All Signs yesterday. Remember, Shelby? Where I'm like, for each sign, I was like, down in the comments section, let me know if you've already made contact or not, because we're establishing 2026's baselines, right? So yeah, I knew it. That's why you were going to wind up paranoid. You're going to be like, oh, he sends you good morning, beautiful, and you're like, no, don't even try it, buddy. And he actually, it's like, no, it's different this time. Yes, Crystal is actually very on point. As a 44-year-old millennial Cancerian, I still get very nervous, very shy, and very insecure. I don't know what placements to blame on that. Can't figure it out. But maybe it's my, I don't know. Leo North, no, it's not Leo placements, Archer. I know. Anyways, Three of Pentacles. The guardian angels are guiding this to the Ace of Swords, the Hey text, right? On the Two of Wands. This is where you face your test and your decision. You can choose peace. And the devil's going to make you want to feel like, he love bombing you. He's up to the same old tricks, never going to change. And that's where you got to be like, bye, Toby. Remember, at the end of the year of the snake, it's over. Toby's like, oh, no. And then Toby does a Wilhelm scream. And he gone. Because in the Three of Pentacles, Ace of Swords, give him enough grace to let him hang himself. But he won't, because it's actually going to be legit. Okay? Now, timelines. I want to say it's very similar. It's very similar to Girl in Love. Next 3 weeks or so. Queen of Cups. Well, long before Cancer season. That's not going to work. Nine of Swords, Sagittarius, Page of Wands. Okay. I can narrow this down to 3 weeks until when the moon, between the time that the moon is into Aries, which I think it's really close to that right now, because we just had the new moon in Capricorn on Sunday night into Monday. The Aquarius season started last night. I'll bet you it's as soon as this weekend and within the next 3 weeks. Okay, cool. He told you he's got Joshua, leader of faith, Leo vibes, but a big green flag moving forward. All right. So you can, Page of Swords. He's already sussing you out. You do know he's looking at your stuff online, right? Just so you know, if you got one song that all of a sudden the view counts start just going through the roof, it's him. He fell asleep with the thing set to repeat. And you're like, no, my songs are on YouTube. I'm like, yep, he just makes a playlist with the song, sets the playlist to repeat with one song in the playlist, until the needle goes through the record. All right, so it's cool. That's a more specific question, Shelby. Let me see what the chances are of Valentine's Day vibes, which would be within the next 3 weeks, Al. 1 week, 2 weeks would put you into February. Yeah. The Ten of Wands. See, it happens before Valentine's Day because then you guys, your first date or your first hangout moment is on Valentine's Day. Six of Wands. There we go. So the communication, now we're dialing it in better. It's a more energetical tie, almost like a personal reading. Ten of Wands. If he makes it the next 10 days, we'll be surprised. Six of Wands, that the date will be on Valentine's Day. I got the Six of Wands, which is the yes card. That's like the yes card in the tarot, right? Two of Pentacles. Stop digging, Archer. It's like a full body scan. We'll find something later. But no, you're good. Okay, now let's see what's next is Randy. What up, brother? How you doing, good sir? All right, you're going to be at 24:44. Oh, dude, that's a nice timestamp. Okay, I mentioned that she does think about you. Is bad or good? Any regrets? And has she tried getting into a relationship? All right, let's see. the Knight of Swords, the Ten of Pentacles, the Tower, Ace of Cups, King of Cups. Nope. No relationships. She is not looking for a relationship. She is still working on herself, and she does not know how to forgive. That's why when she does think about you right now, yep, shadow card, she's doing shadow work before she gets love. She is not ready for love. Okay, she got some issues. Now, here's the thing on it. Knight of Swords, Ten of Pentacles. Ten of Pentacles is the Tower. Herself, she is not in a place of emotional maturity and stability. So she does think about you, but it's in the stubbornness that she won't ever do that again. In a way, you're the one that caused her to swear off relationships. But it had to happen that way because she is not suitable for relationships. Like if you approached her right now, she'd be like, nope, not interested, not looking for a relationship. Anybody could do that. She's in that mindset right now. She's doing her. She wants to, like, if she was spiritual, she'd lie and say that, like, I'm not interested. I'm just trying to find my own self and learn how to forgive. She doesn't give two hoots about forgiving. She lies. But the thing on this is, with her being in that independent stage, that's that stop point. Because in this lifetime, she can't learn the lesson to forgive. She's too stubborn, too much fixed energy, that it takes some time to get to a crash out point where she might just turn into the crazy cat lady for a little bit. All right? More cats than Carter got liver pills going on. Because she's just trying to find herself. Because she can say until the cows come home that she's willing to forgive or working on learning how to forgive. She can't do it. That's the thing. Because until she actually accepts you in her life as her spouse, then she's learned to forgive. Because that would be the correct answer to forgiveness. Forgiving you is not setting you free and if you come back, blah, blah, blah. Nope. The only way for her to achieve forgiveness is to work things out with you and get back together. Okay? Now, it's still in the energies that could happen, but until she comes to that free will decision, she's stuck. So she will stay in the mindset that she is not looking for relationships, not interested in dating. It doesn't matter who approaches her. No thanks. Men are bad. She's the female equivalent of Al Bundy right now in the no ma'am club, but the no boy club. That's actually protection for you two, right? She can't move on and get into another relationship. And when she thinks about you, boom, that's her brick wall. The only way to overcome that brick wall, Inez Gorbachev, to tear it down, is to actually forgive you and work the marriage out because you guys have a divine marriage. That's why you can find somebody and move on, whether it's a Sagittarius or a fire sign, any sign, right? Because she's the one creating the blockage, not you. That's the thing. You're allowed to move on and have a relationship, all right? She's not. God won't let it happen. You watch. She will never get into that mindset. Because the only way to achieve forgiveness and to pass that lesson is to forgive you for all the crap she lied about behind your back, making you out to be the villain. That's a long top that she's not ready for, but it's potentially she could be. So let me find out if I can find out when she may actually do the shadow work and learn about real love and real forgiveness. Right now, the only person she's loving on in the Ace of Cups, Randy, is herself, King of Cups. All right? King of Cups turns the cup of love inward. And she, bless her heart, she still thinks she's doing right on this one, right? However, one of the big things she has to work on still is the fact that behind your back, she still makes you out to be the villain. When you didn't do anything wrong, she provoked you, right? The problem is to forgive you right now means she has to go around to everybody she lied to about you and correct that. Because otherwise, you guys get back together, all those people are going to be like, oh my God, Inez, why'd you go back to Randy? You said he was like, Ted Bundy meets Jeffrey Dahmer. And it's, you know what I mean, right? You know how she gets hot-headed? She does come to terms with this, though. Real love, real forgiveness on the Queen of Cups with the shadow work. So let's find out a little bit. And I know this one goes deep, but do understand, in her destiny, in her blueprint, she's supposed to be your spouse. She wasn't ready. You were. Okay? That's why you're allowed to move on. If you want a relationship, you can have it. It does wind up being what we would consider here like a placeholder, teach you some more lessons, and then you and said relationship would break up whenever Inez got to a point of being ready in order for you guys to come back together. All right? There's a massive life plan for you. If it's one of the toughest choices to make, do you want to go to the soulmate and just leave Inez to figure her stuff out? Or you want to hang tight and wait for it? You know what I mean? Right? Some choose to just cut it out, move forward. Some hang tight and wait. Some take advantage of the whole situation. That's what the beauty of free will is. But let's see. 5 of Cups, Ace of Pentacles into the Ten of Cups. I can actually give you a timeline. If you were willing to stay put in with the current free will decisions that have been made, all right, this has put us into this timeline with the Ace of Swords and the Nine of Cups, which is a haytex that you've been praying for and wishing for. All right, keep praying for it with those quantum prayers. You'll be amazed at how much work one prayer for Inez does to Inez behind the scenes. On her side, she may feel awkward or wonder why she's missing you. It's the power of prayer. It's cool. Five of Cups, the Ace of Pentacles. This tells me she will enjoy her summer, okay? Just doing her. She won't attempt to reach out until Scorpio season. That's when she'll find the answers and she'll come in to work things out with you, all right? Now, the communications would start during Scorpio season of this year. That's when she's gotten to a point that God knows she's going to pass the test and he'll let her reach out, all right? This could take her the next few months to actually just even work on learning, like somebody should buy her a dictionary so she learns what the definition of Webster's is and like forgiveness. But it's okay. Now, the thing on this is, this would take her that time to find her way and learn how to forgive people, right? And as well as reverse engineering all the lies she told about you. Then, so communication at this current free will energy would start in September, Ace of Pentacles, all right? You guys would get back together, start staying together around Capricorn and Sagittarius season this year, or this year, 2026. And then in Pisces season next year, 27, you guys would get remarried, okay? Currently, based on hers and your free will decisions, this is the timeline that we are on. Now, let me make sure I got everything. Henry Regret says she tried getting into her. Oh, holy cow, I covered everything. Nice. Okay. I'm doing way better than Cards and Coffee yesterday. I was out of it yesterday. But I hope that helps, all right? I'd love to tell you to go faster, but with her current free will decisions, it's the energies that now we're here. So we're going to see what we can do with this energy. Keep in mind, both of your guys' free will decisions can speed the timeline up too, all right? She could hit a rock bottom tower moment that causes her to find forgiveness much, much faster, okay? But you're welcome. I wish it was a little nicer. I know it was more of a real talk thing, but, you know, your family, your brother. So I didn't want to sugarcoat and be like, don't worry, Randy, it's going to be fine. I'm like, no, I'm going to give you the facts. So hope that helps. Okay, I'm going to, no, I still want to use this one. I like it. Okay, Fit Nancy. What up, darling? All right, hold on, let's see what's cooking. Okay, Nancy, let's see. Let's put yours at 3240. All right, let's see here. Matu's feelings. He's online the whole night, never responds to you. When will he give me alone time? All right, gotcha. When will things get better and what are his feelings? Okay, let's see what we got going on this. Here we go. Hold on, I'm holding the deck upside down, Nance. They're not reversed. Seven of Pentacles, Three of Wands, Six of Pentacles, that leads to the Ten of Cups. Okay, so we still have a good outcome. Right now, the reason that he's online but not reaching out is because Seven of Pentacles, Three of Wands, he is currently interacting with others online that are actually showing him what it feels like to be breadcrumbed, okay? Val's doing it. 3 other people he's digitally talking to are doing it. 2 of those 3 people are bots, okay? They're not even real accounts. It's whatever. But the thing is, he's being breadcrumbed, so he finds out what it feels like. And here's what it's going to result in, Nancy. One of those 2 bot accounts that he loves, telling them they're so pretty and oh my God, their pictures are da-da-da, and if I fly to Bali, we'll meet up. One of those 2 bots will scam him out of a couple $1,000s worth of Apple gift cards, all right? One of them does do that. And that's his blow to the ego that he got played, he got breadcrumbed. And if you want to affect a man, go for the wallet. Big time, go for the wallet. So God's using his own Achilles heel against him, okay? Six of Pentacles to the Ten of Cups, he learns about breadcrumbing as opposed to equal and balance. In the meantime, his spouse finds out about it too, and that ends his marriage, okay? Now let me give you a little bit of a timeline here of what's going on. Because right now, I want to see what the feelings are too, all right? Yeah, will he give you alone time, and when will things get better, and what are his feelings? Okay, Pete's cake. Do-do-do-do-do. Ace of Cups. Okay, I'll narrow this down because right now I heard before Cancer season, so that's June. But let's keep going. King of Cups. Okay, we're narrowing it down. That puts me into Pisces energy. 10 of Pentacles. 7 of Wands. I can actually feel like it's before Pisces season. So sometime during Aquarius season, and we already entered into that, so it could be as soon as today, but definitely before we make it to Pisces season. Ace of Cups, because what he's going through right now is going to let him hit that rabbit hole to realize that, like, really the only one he needs to seek attention from is you. Ten of Pentacles, it definitely affects his wallet a wee little bit too. But in the Seven of Wands, I could pen it as within the next 7 days, but at the outmost, it would be just before we get into Pisces season, okay? Now, the Tower card on the Eight of Swords, the current feelings for you is regret. Because he knows what he did, Tower card, that affected this relationship's dynamic, right? Now, in the Eight of Swords, his hands are tied. What can he do? Tells me right now the thoughts is like it's on a pause. He gets very stuck because he gets confused in the Eight of Swords to trying to figure out what he wants. Because in reality, he actually wants something very solid with you. He wants you to take the role on of his wife. He doesn't like his wife. He thought Val he went with because he figured she was great for, the time. There is no, like Val's no romance. With you, there's a conundrum that he gets Eight of Swords stuck in his head because he has true feelings for you. And he's like, whoa, this is getting weird, So that's why the stuff happening to him is happening, though, too, because his subconscious knows the direction that it wants to take. But I could easily pen that within a week, at the most, before we get to Pisces season, though, and I'm being told you do have the key. There is a post that you will make something on your social media. It could be a picture change. You might just change a profile pic on something. But it's enough that it makes him miss you. Temperance. And then you take some action on this one. All right? I think in the next 14 days, you guys have a little bit of a Gloria Estefan. Little secret rendezvous. All right? That song might even resonate. But I can almost narrow this down a little bit within the next week. Now, he's going to lose some money. I hope you're not wanting a really big diamond right now because he's going to have to build back up some funds. Okay? It might be a smaller diamond. All right? But at least it's not going to be a cubic zirconia. All right? So I hope that helps. Okay, Janet. Janet, lure it up. Let's see what we got for you at 3704. We have the Chariot. Something's getting ready to start moving. Hold on. I have a lot of Leo and Aries. Okay. Oh, cool. That's good chart stuff. Extra aggressive, normally calm, very little water. Did this? Oh, okay. Gotcha. Flares light the match. The Chariot. That would be a yes card, so it tells me that you're accurate on the solar flares, all right, that started that. The Lover's card says the blackouts were the reset moments. The Seven of Swords, that leads to the Fool card. What it is that this Fool card is that your fire placements are activated, which I've even mentioned how the fire placements are having glow-ups this year in the year of number 1. So kind of the aggressiveness you're feeling, one of the best advices with the Lover's card, Gemini energy, and the card of duality, is to think it from a different perspective as opposed to like angry and aggressive. Transmute that energy into confidence and power, okay? And it's like you've been handed a flamethrower, right? But it's only supposed to be to light the bonfires, not burn the houses down of your. And I know everybody's got a list of people whom they like to burn their houses down, but don't do it. But that's the thing, is that you're already feeling the Aquarius change. You're already feeling the end of the year of the snake, and you're not feeling so much aggression as you've got some power, right? Think of like a happy, goofy Aries as opposed to like an angry snowplow Aries, okay? And that's kind of the vibes you're feeling. It's like, okay, new season, here's your flamethrower, and you're like, wow, this is kind of that was intense, right? It's that vibe. So if you adjust to it, it's the fact that you're recharged. You're at 100%, and now you're ready to go off the rails. But it's like, if you use that for the confidence and the power on the positive side, you could it's like when you got this power, you got to use it for the good. You're just feeling aggression because of the old energies and what you've dealt with. You're like, well, I'm ready. Let's do it. But in reality, it's like you got some serious good power vibes there. Okay? So embrace it and transmute it, and it'll help. Okay. Next up is Tess. What up? It's Tess. How you doing, Tess? You're going to be at 3920. All right, let's see what we got for Tess. What's the good stuff coming? What's the good stuff coming for Tess? What's the good stuff coming for Tess? Four of Pentacles, the Death card, the Hermit card, and the Six of Swords. An opportunity to work remote. I'm going to see what's up in the love department because this led me right into the money department, that a job change or something that comes in, like Hermit card on the Six of Swords, allows you to, like, maybe you're getting called back to work or that you want to get out of your day-to-day job. You have an incoming potential to go in a different direction for your job that I'm being told it leads you to working remote. Okay? Should you choose? Don't have to choose it. However, I think it also has a little bit of promotion vibes tied into it too, where it's almost like we'll give you more money, this like team lead position or management, but it's also remote, or you got to go to the main office downtown or something. Okay? The Knight of Swords, the Six of Cups into the Wheel of Fortune. On the love life, however, God is putting some stuff into your person's head to make them feel kind of Six of Cups nostalgic a little bit, which is causing them with this Wheel of Fortune to choose to come back your way with a little bit of denial on their side, that they're like, I can't believe I messed things up. Why did I let it get so out of hand with Tess? Tess was a good thing. Because they weren't ready, which means your person's starting to get ready. And that's why, because God is lining chess pieces up with the Knight of Swords for your reunion to work out. So that's why you got to have some more money, because it's going to help make the family and the living unit run smoother. So literally, you've got a couple pieces lining up that leads to the love life working out. You're being prepared for a union. It's all those little steps to get you there. Okay? So you might feel awkward or out of place going down. If you embrace it and write it out and know that the end result is the relationship you've wished for, it might help you adjust to the changes more, to know that there's a bigger plan that you don't know about yet, except that I just told you about it. But God let me, so we're fine. If the channel had glitched or the mic had stopped working or I'd choked to death, we'd known I wasn't allowed to say it, but I'm good. Okay, next up is Angel Eyes. What up, AE? What you doing? What you doing this weekend? How was your weekend? Did everybody behave in your household? All right, Angel Eyes, you are going to be at 4144. All right, what does Angel Eyes need to watch out for in this week with love and the children's? What do we got with the kiddos? What do we got with love and the kiddos? The Seven of Pentacles, the Ten of Swords, and the Shadow card. There is the potential that you and your individual may have a bit of the potential of falling out. He's going to say something that is not intended to trigger you, but it's one of your tests that it may trigger you. Right? Okay? Shadow work. Over the course of the next 7 days, you'll be tested on one of the tests that you've already passed, and it's a review in the fact that he may try to do some attention-seeking behavior in an attempt to, not an attempt to set you off, but in an attempt for more external validation. And like, you'll be faced with, like, you going to go off on him? Or are you going to look at him and give him more attention? Or something like that. Okay? Because that's a part he's not telling you about. He would get his act together if, and it's not that you don't show him enough attention, AE. It's that he requires more. He's like a top fuel dragster that requires turbo racing blue racing gas, not regular unleaded. Now, as he matures and grows up, the longer things go, you'll be able to temper that and control it and tone it down so he's not seeking as much attention and validation. But just so you know, that might be a test coming in. All right? What's up with the kiddo? Ace of Wands. Uh-oh. Two of Cups. Ace of Wands, Two of Cups, Two of Wands. She could very well be hiding the fact that she's got a boyfriend or a boy that's into her. And I'm being told they might be at the age that AE, all of us went to high school at some point where you made out with somebody behind the bleachers during a football game, right? So I have a feeling Ace of Wands, Two of Cups, your daughter's she's coming into her own. And with repeating twos on this one, she may have two potential boys interested in her, okay? So if you haven't given her the talk of life yet, it might be a good idea. All right, because especially if you start noticing her being really bubbly, really silly, more of the makeup, Queen Tiki, don't lie. No, I'm just kidding. That was not an intuitive pull. That was just a joke. Anyways, 122 could be an angel number to watch out for as well, but I really do see the potential that your daughter is coming into her season where the boys are going to start noticing her more. And your boo thing too, he may need to step up and take on a little role to watch for the boys. I don't mean like Southern style with like the going to meet my daughter for the dance. Not that. I just mean like, keep tabs. There's the potential that she'll go through one of those heartbreaks as she comes home and he's like, Mom, Ben did something bad to me. So just so you know, could be coming in, but she's coming into her own too. Okay? All right. Next up is, what's up, Drea? You're next on doc. Okay, Drea, you're going to be at 4444. Oh my God, that's a good timestamp. I like it. I was just teasing Quintiki. I was just playing. Shelby. All right, let's see. Does Xavier think I'm his wish fulfillment? These cards stopped my hand from shuffling. Page of Cups. Yep. Nine of Pentacles. He is working on getting out of his own energies of being one of those ones that's not ready for a relationship, likes being single, but in reality, he does not want to be single. Okay? So he's coming to terms with that part of his subconscious, connecting into his conscious and telling him, yep, you're ready to be in a relationship. All right? The Five of Wands, he's learning his lesson. Knight of Swords, God's guiding him in this direction. Ace of Cups, there's the love offer that makes you happy on the Page of Wands. So I do like this, that he does see you this way. You're the one. You're his wish fulfillment. As he comes to terms with the fact that he does not want to be Nine of Pentacles single anymore, it'll get him to reach in and open up and reach out. I want to say in the next 4 days to 4 weeks as well, this transition happens. Just so you know, he's not with anyone else anymore right now. He's not with anybody. He's enjoying his single vibes. Ace of Pentacles into the Ace of Cups. But I want to say that when we get to you got the potential this could happen as soon as whenever the moon gets to Cancer next. And it's we're in Aquarius, Pisces, or Aries maybe right now or something. Capricorn, Aquarius, Pisces. So we're in Aquarius. Moon. Oh yeah, moon's in Aquarius, sun's in Aquarius vibes. Okay, that's cool. So I want to think that when we get to the point that the moon makes it back around to Cancer, could be as soon as I think that's around the end of next week or so. It usually takes about 2 days for it to cross sides. So I'm a Cancer. I totally understand what that moon is doing out there. Anyways, so I want to say that you got the potential for this happening as soon as next moon in Cancer and at the outskirts within the next 4 weeks. But Xavier has some very deep wish fulfillment vibes on this one. If he was ready right now, this moment in time, and said, yep, I'm ready to be a husband and a partner and all that stuff, his brain would be like a Geiger counter, just right to you, like a compass, okay? As soon as he gets out of that stage, he's all yours, okay? And he's at the Five of Wands, so he's only an Ace of Wands away from getting to a Six of Wands and being ready, okay? Okay. Queen Tiki, I hope you don't hate me now. That was just banter. I'm never saying that when I had my first car and we still had drive-ins open in Metro Detroit that I never took a girl on a date to the drive-in and put a big comforter on the hood of my Thunderbird because it was a 78 T-Bird. The hood was like 25 feet long. And we did not lay against the windshield watching movies. No. I was a good Catholic boy. Even that joke I just made, now I got to go do like 10 Hail Marys for that. Hi, Ms. Randy. What's up? What's up? How you doing? Drive-ins were fun. I used to like a drive-ins. I want to get one of those theater projector things, but instead of projecting it onto like a wall in the house or on a pull-down screen, I want to project it onto the garage door. Project it on the garage door and then sit in the Jeep to watch the movie. It's just an idea. Anyways, okay, who's next? Next up is Boo. What up, Boo 7609? Let's put you at 4804. All right. What do we got for Boo? Or Bo. I don't English well. I suck at English. Okay. I am awesome, actually. It's getting, like the Beatles said, it's getting better all the time. Even though after that, John sings back, it can't get no worse. But that's accurate. Okay. How does she feel about what I said in the email last week? Ooh. Okay, we're just sticking with B. Thank you, darling. I suck at English. Okay. How do you feel about that email? Let's see what we got. The Magician on the Queen of Wands. You did something inside of him. You parted the brick wall. You knocked a brick out of Gorbachev's wall on him that started you planted the seed in his mind with the email that there might be a way to have another chance. But yet it feels like it was an ultimatum email. And yet for him, what I saw was a scene from Dumb and Dumber when what's her name's like more, so you're saying there's a chance, more like 1 in a million. So you're saying it's almost like the email you sent was completely like, he read it, but for some reason he thinks this is what's going to get you guys back together or like move in together or something. Four of Swords, Page of Swords. So he does want to end the silence. So I'm wondering what this email was about, because it's like you gave an ultimatum, but the ultimatum is the thing that brings him around and gets him to open back up. Temperance, Death card, Ten of Pentacles, and move back in with you. But I said I'm not going to hang around if he takes the mitt. Oh, okay. Thank you. That makes sense because I'm like, she gave him an ultimatum. He thinks the ultimatum is actually going to be what gets you guys back together, but he's with Temperance card on the Death card, the Ten of Pentacles. Something about the stuff in the email, it planted that seed in his subconscious that there might be a chance and that you do have feelings, okay? He's a guy. I'm going to straight up let you know, guys, sometimes we're stupid and we straight up don't know that girls have an interest in us, okay? Guys are stupid. I'm one of you guys, so don't worry. It's cool. Guys, don't worry. Some of the stuff we do, girls think it's cute. It's okay. Some of the stuff we do drives them up the wall. Don't do it. But anyways, so the thing on this is that the email caused him to balance himself out and want to take action on this. I swear, I'm telling you, he didn't realize the feelings ran as deep as they did because it's like, oh my God. So he's in that state of processing it. I don't think he winds up Queen of Cups. You guys have both been very unsure and like, how do we proceed? Where do we go from here? You just you hit the wall first and you opened up about your feelings. You know he feels the same way. All right. This is the energy of Sadie Hawkins vibes in that you took the lead. You went first. Mama T did it to my father. Mama T walked into the post office, just needed to get a Pitney Bowes scale thing fixed. But because Mr. Tall, Dark, and Handsome was behind the counter after he handed her back her postage meter, I don't know how the story goes. The postage meter thing, he goes, is there anything else I could do for you, ma'am? And she goes, yeah, where are you taking me for lunch? That Scorpio energy. That is, swear to God, that is the true story of like how my parents met. Because you let your feelings out on the line first. He did exactly what my father used to say he did when mom said that to him. That he backed up away from the counter and went, excuse me? So you shook him. You shook him where he's like, oh my God, she really does feel like that. So he's processing, he's bragging to his friends, and he will be replying to this, okay? He's going to reply. Give him a minute on this. He didn't think it was going in that direction. It's like in a collective, I would say, it's at that energy of whichever one of you presses send first, you press send. You're like, well, why didn't you just instantly reply? When a guy, he's having it's the good type of an ego trip. He's like, oh my God, she really likes me. She really likes me. Oh my God, this is so cool. And then like he needs one of his friends to go, bro, did you reply? Oh yeah, I got to reply. Hold on. Page of Pentacles. I literally just told you exactly how it's going to go down. All right. The shadow card. Give him a minute. His shadow work is his ego, but he's got a little bit of a Robert Downey Jr. good kind of an ego. Like, you know, in Iron Man when he's Tony Stark and he's like, I'm the best. And then Jarvis or something messes up the whatever. But it's that vibe. He's riding a bit of an ego trip out and then he'll be replying back to you. Within the next 5 hours to 3 days. And I think you guys wind up doing something this weekend. Now, here's the thing on this. Is that when he presses send, it's basically confirming that you guys are in a relationship, okay? Basically, you asked him out. The reply is okay, I want to go out with you. All right? As soon as you write that, he's that, isn't he? Isn't he B? He's the kind of dude, just like me. Like when I got the 100K plaque when it showed up, I danced around the living room like a 15-year-old teenager getting Taylor Swift concert tickets. Swear to God, right? It was my plaque. So he kind of like that. Oh my God, she likes me. You guys spent so much time in that awkward phase of like, where do we go? What do we do? I don't know. Once it opens up, it's going to be like a Roman candle. And I think I dropped a card. Hold on. Did I? Hold on. Maybe not. Hold on. Hello? Nope, I didn't. Okay. So I hope that helps. Okay. Okay, Shell. What up, Shell? All right, let's see what we got for you. All right, Shell, you're going to be at 53.55. All right, Shelly, what do I need to know right now? All right, and now with all the news that is news across the nation and Shelly's energy, here we go. The Chariot, the Lover's card, the Empress. Jeez almighty, my hands got warm on the deck. The deck got warm, Shelly. The Chariot, this means movement or somebody having to relocate because of a decision that was made and somebody getting thrown out of a home, right? In the Empress, you're going to find out that he's getting ready to move into your neck of the woods because at the moment right now, his connection's derailing. He is regretting a lot of stuff right now. I don't know what's going on their side, but it's a major shift. Three major arcana that all came out for you, Shelly, tells me that there's major changes and shifts going on. All right? Whatever energies are coming in between the two of you guys, for both of you guys, are being cut out right now. He would be doing a Mandela effect timeline jump right now. All right? So what you need to know is it's getting closer to happening. You're the high priestess. By Pisces season. By Pisces season. By Pisces season. All major arcana. The Four of Cups. Within the next 4 days to Pisces season, you're going to find out he got thrown out. He has to move, has to relocate. You might be the one he has to couch crash with. And he never actually sleeps on the couch, not one night in his life. But he's like, can I just come and stay with you for a bit? And you're like, no way, Archer, we live across the country. If I got booted out of my house, I'd have nowhere to go. I'd wind up in, like, hey, Melissa, can I couch crash with you in Nashville? Or Frankie, can I come couch crash? Right? But in your case, he comes to couch crash for you because you're the one he's got to go to. But it's also happening for you two on your timeline because you guys wind up in a relationship. All right? Very different vibes. Whereas, like, Frankie would charge me rent. No, that's okay. But that's the thing. So you are on a similar timeline as all of us. Your guys' outcome is your own specific story, though. Page of Wands. You'll be okay. You're going to like it. I just want to let you know by Aries season, you get everything you want. Okay? All right. By the way, Ace of Cups is right there, too. Oh, the Ace of Cups is just letting you know that if at any point you should free will choose to go in another direction, God currently has a soulmate for you that is currently going through a breakup as well, that should you choose to disconnect, you will not be alone, but there'll be another door that opens right up for you. That's just a cheat code for you, okay? All right. Otherwise, you and your boo thing work out. I don't know why I called it your boo thing, because I'm white. So I... Okay, next up, this is working, Melissa. This is working, y'all. Okay, next up is Melissa. All right, check this out. Whatever spirit wants Melissa to know, you should have just texted me and been like, Archer, throw a super chat for me. You don't got to send money. I still owe you a ton of money. Okay, let's see what we got. The Ace of Wands, the Death card reversed, the Knight of Cups, the Eight of Swords, the Hanged Man, and the Six of frickin' Wands. Shut the front and the back door. I felt it as I was shuffling. I didn't even give you a timestamp, Melissa. You're at 57 even. Okay, this is neat. Ace of Wands, the Death card reverse. He's not going to change. He's going to change back. It's a mulligan in golf. Does he like golf? Or like, watch out for tarot readings that talk about microphones and speakers, or you might be dealing with a musician. Don't count the Archer readings, but other channels, okay? This tells me he changes back, right? And as you're sitting here going, no, wait, never going to happen, not in a million years. That's when the Knight of Cups on the Eight of Cups shows up during Pisces season, that he does reach out. Because you're going to be faced with that grand mal test that I already know the answer to. But that's only because I'm doing what I do over here, okay? In this case, there's a reason no matter how many times you sing Let It Go, I can't go that high in a register, that there's one thing you don't let go, and it's because deep down you darn well know he's going to come back to it. You know it, right? Okay? There's still total garage band vibes off of me and him. That's the cool vibes. In the Six of Wands, though, during Pisces season, you get your love offer. And you might be like, nope, I'm done. He's not getting another chance. Bull Taurus. Literally, Bull Taurus. Because you're going to love him. You guys are going to be really happy. And you're sitting there right now being like, no, not a chance, not going to happen. I mean, I know what we talked about when we were up here. When you were up here helping save Mama T, right? And we were watching all those reruns of Throw Mama from the Train. Good movie. But no, on this one, you forgive them, and you guys work out and get back together. Just as we get into the start of the energetical new year, April 1st, you two are in a relationship, and he's given up his garage so that I got a place for Bill to sleep when we come down to visit you guys. Okay? Straight up. How accurate am I on, by the way, Pisces with the Hanged Man? You might have more than one or two people in this household praying for this for you, okay? I neither can confirm or deny that, right? I neither can confirm or deny if I watch Love Island or if I'm an Ella fella. Anyways, Three of Cups. The wedding at Cana. You know it. You can deny it all you want, but you're the overall energy with the Justice card on this reading. You're taking over the deck. In the Page of Wands, because there's Melissa running around her house, bouncing around like Archer did when he got the plaque, and you were here when I got the plaque, so you can totally confirm that I bounced around like a Swiftie. And here you are doing it, texting me, yep, Strength card, and you're like, I cannot believe it. And that's the thing about the book of Daniel. He believed even in the most stressful of times, right? The King of Wands into the Page of Cups. The player does returneth, and look at him already thinking about it. You know what musicians and artists do. We all do it. You do it too. When you got your notepad out and he's wanting to write a song, and then over here he's doodling M-E-L-I, right? His subconscious is connecting to the conscious. You want to know why? Because the choice that he made taught him a lesson. What a young little clout chaser that chick was. She picked the wrong genre. She shouldn't have gone after country music. That should have been like more of a rap or an R&B, because I keep hearing, she take my money when I'm in need. Right? So, yep. Remember what I said a few readings ago about don't mess with a man's wallet? She messed with a man's wallet. Straight up. And that's the thing. Party girls fun until they puke on your shoes, right, buddy? Yep. Trailer Park Boys. Ready! Mr. Leahy. Mr. Leahy. The Titanic's coming to port, and I'm going to be there to tie her up. And I'm not saying what he really said in the show, because I don't swear. Shit-tanic. What? I said SHI-TANIC, so we're fine. Anyways, Melissa. Melissa, we are doing a dollar bet. Remember the dollar bets from watching football games up here? Yeah, we're doing a dollar bet. Before my birthday, you're in a relationship with the person you said is never going to come back. And I get to look at you and hug you and go, I love being right. All right, you got it. Does that mean we got to come down to Nashville for my birthday too? So we can have like a whole big birthday bash? Then we got to come back for Libra season for another big birthday bash? Okay, anyways, we're good. Justice. Yeah. All right. You knew what I was doing. Okay, on to Monica. Let's keep going. Peg, watch it. You're in that same pool. I got a dollar bet going with you too. Just because that first date didn't work out. That first date was a demo run, test run. The next dude that comes in, you're going to be just fine. All right? All the screwy stuff with the first dude, just reapply to the second dude. That was your trial run. He was a waste of time anyways. This way now you get it right on the second one, and you're bravo. All right? That's your own little reading too. I love you too, Melissa. All right, let's see. Even Cappy Goat got a little personal on that one, so maybe we could put Cappy Goat at 102, whatever I was talking. Let's say 102.33. And give Cappy Goat a timestamp, because Cappy Goat's in the same level too. All right, on our way. Oh no, I don't need to extend the time limit, Rowdy. I'm one of the few tarot readers that actually does know the time. I can tell us all when we're all going to die, but I'm not allowed to. I can see it, but if I attempt to talk, I'll stroke out, so I'm not allowed to tell. Okay. Shelby could be accurate. Anyways. Temperance, that's a yes card. Shelby's accurate. Okay, next up is going to be, who's next? It's Monica. Yay! I know I already said that name, but now I'm saying it again. Yeah, no, Archer cannot stroke out on camera. I'm a 44-year-old man. I'm sure that I have, every male in the world has a history of heart disease in their family probably. So anyhow, let's move on. Monica, you're at 103.50. All right, Monica. What can my spirit guides give as advice for attracting clients? Okay, let's see. The King of Wands, Temperance card, the Four of Pentacles, and the Shadow card. This is going to make you nervous a little bit, because this is about interactions, contests, giveaways, PR, human interaction. You know how you're not a super duper fan of public speaking? You like more like the quiet one-on-one thing? Gotta get over it. Because what I'm seeing on this one, for you to go out and peacock it a little bit, actually works. Where referrals from people that are already there, the people that you help heal and work with, they have at least a half dozen friends that also need your services, okay? And for some reason, I saw the vibes of like, if you were in property management, it would be the thing where we would send out a bulk email to all the residents of like, hey, come Saturday, it's the pool opening day, and we're gonna have free food, and they owed us money. But what I'm seeing on this one is that some of that might be needed for you, where a little bit of the word of mouth is going to be better than anything else, okay? So this comes from as you start working with people, even if there's only a few of it. And I'm also being told a little bit of old school with some flyers, right? I'm literally seeing like I'm seeing the Central Perk on Friends, a coffee shop, but I'm seeing like something being printed out, and like something being printed out, right? And like posted on the bulletin boards. I do it when I go, there's a coffee shop in Plymouth, Michigan I love going to, right? And I do that. I put stuff on I just put my card on there with the QR code. Something like that, all right? You know, even just in your local area, you know all the spots to hit. You know where the troubled times are at. Basically, okay, I'm trying to be really polite about this one and stay FHA compliant, but for me being in Metro Detroit, I know what parts of Detroit I don't go near. But if I was in your line of work, I would know exactly what parts of Detroit to go to help people. Yeah, there we go. Whew, covered my butt on that one. But yes, so similar vibes in this one. That this for you starts out as more of a local word of mouth thing first, okay? And then grows from there. So I hope that helps a little bit. Not to mention, I'm making you a website, so about 100,000 people plus are going to start seeing you too. All right? And I know people in Detroit and Nashville alone that I'll word of mouth for you too. But okay, cool beans. All right, I'm so old. I'm so old. I still remember Blue's Clues. I'm so old. I still remember staying up to watch Robot Chicken. All right, let's see. Next up is Ethereal Moonlight. What up, sister? What up, my lovers? How are you? You are just good vibes, and you would like a general. Okay, let's do it. You're gonna be at 106.50. All right, the shadow cards stayed at the bottom of the deck, so I do see a little bit of general. Might be learning lessons that are revolve around your shadow work, okay? Page of Swords, shadow, judgment card, looking inward. Are you being a little too hard on yourself right now? Five of Pentacles, you're worrying yourself sick right now internally. You're causing, don't shoot the messenger, Ethereal Moonlight, okay? You're causing internal towers because you're being too hard on yourself. All right, you're going through some vibes. You're not totally eating right. You might be stressing out about some of the stuff in your side of the fence, or feeling like you're not doing good enough, or fast enough, or moving fast enough, or healed fast enough, or it's like you're doing way. It's almost like I'm being told the post I made this morning was for you, because it's the vibes of like you're being too hard on yourself. You're actually doing better than you're giving yourself credit for, and with that judgment card, you're like, I'm not right. If I was all healed and all better, everything would be fixed. Relationship would be fine. It'd all be. None of us ever stop learning our healing journeys. It never ends, right? Just so you know, you are exactly where you're supposed to be for this exact moment in time. Going with the flow instead of feeling like you're not doing good enough will actually it actually elevates you and you overcome it, right? Like when I used to go through things like views and and then you're just like, I don't care. Don't worry about it, right? You're exactly where you are supposed to be. Tower card to the Five of Pentacles. It's like you're holding your own self back a little bit because it's like you're on the Titanic, but you're not. But you're like, I know there's an iceberg in front of me. I know there's an iceberg in front of me. Hey, Ethereal Moonlight, do you want to eat a sandwich or something? No, I'm watching for the iceberg. Go away, Archer. Hold on. But you haven't eaten. Remember that scene from Saturday Night Live, Ethereal Moonlight, when John Belushi was Beethoven? Ludwig, you must eat. Good morning. Nice to see you. It was that. And yet you're exactly where you're supposed to be and you're doing very well. And just to roll with the flow, right? And then that was when, I said, hey, ho, right? You're actually kind of like right where you need to be at the moment. You're not giving yourself enough credit for how far you've come because you're looking at how far you haven't gone yet. And yet, if you look at how far you've come a heck of a long way, girl. All right? So I hope, see, Chariot, you've come a heck of a long way. Da-da-da. All right. Carla's our 15th. Perfect. Okay, cool. So Carla's the 15th. Hold on. 16, 17, 18, 19. Oh, there's only 20. We can do this. Let's rock and roll. Let's do it. All right, let's go. Carla. What's up, Carla? How you doing? Yeah, ethereal moonlight, there are no icebergs in your path because you slowed your roll before. You fixed in your personal life what Captain Smith didn't do for the Titanic. Sorry, Captain Smith, I'm calling you out, you Capricorn. All right? Yeah, Captain Smith was a Capricorn. Anyhow, you slowed your roll. If Captain Smith had reduced the ship's speed, they would have had enough time to turn. Calling you out, Smith. Anyways, am I a better captain than you? Oh, no, that's cool. Back up, old man. Anyways, your ship, you slowed it down. So if there is a Tower card iceberg in your path, you will have more than ample enough time to turn. All right, Smith. Anyways, dude, I was probably Haddock in another lifetime, all right? Which means I got to drive the Titanic before you drove the Titanic, Smith. I'm the one that delivered the Titanic to Southampton. Then I gave it to you. So maybe I'm George Boyer. Why am I doing I'm not touching the Titanic deck. There's only 5 questions left. We'll be here till tonight. All right. Rowdy. Captain Smith was the second captain of the Titanic, not the first captain. Captain Haddock was the one that took it out of Ireland. Haddock was the first captain of the Titanic, not Smith. Right? Haddock didn't crash it. I mean, he only drove it, drove it for like 6 hours, but he didn't crash it. So Captain Crunch, he was in charge of Britannic, or maybe the Lusitania. Easy, hold it. The deck just jumped. Like, get back to business, Archer. I told you, we start talking Titanic, we're screwed. So hold on. All right. Carla, as I was saying, you're at 111.33. Oh, that's a nice timestamp. All right, Carla, what's next for me and Virgo in love? All right, what's up for Carla and Virgo in love? Because you're still in a little bit of that awkward stage, right? Because it's getting ready to happen, but it's like that awkwardness. Yeah, the Ace of Swords, more communication. The Empress into the Five of Swords. He's going to actually start telling you about how he feels and what the derailments were. He's going to open up. You'll be hearing with the Empress card more on the Five of Wands as to the stuff that derailed him in the past and to why this didn't work out. You're going to learn more about the skeletons in his closet, okay? If it's an addiction, you're going to find out more about like what he had to do to overcome it. If it was like insecurities or shyness, he's going to let you know what he worked through. If he'd been with some abusive women in the past, he's going to let you know what they did to him. All right. And you might start thinking, oh, wow, he only talks about the past now, or he only worries about the past. But no, he's actually letting you know the stuff that hurt him so that you can be there to support him through it. Okay. But I do see in that direction, especially on this Four of Swords into the Temperance card, is that he's getting into a vibe right now of planning to take things to the next level. But he's doing it rather quietly. Virgo and Sag are very similar. Like Virgo's kind of like the earth sign Sagittarius, and Sag is like the fire signs Virgo. Okay? So if he hasn't already talked to you about this, he's planning it. Okay? But I do think in the next week or two, you're still... Now here's the thing. It's not too good to be true. You're still sitting there going, there's no way. There is no way. Like, Archer, we have waited forever for this, and there's no... You've worked forever to manifest this. Don't doubt your abilities. It's happening, okay? That's the insecurities on your side that you got to part like the Red Sea of red flags. God's letting me know she's going to think this is too good to be true, and it could lead it to be a self-fulfilling prophecy. So trust in the direction that it's heading, and know it's not too good to be true. It really is happening, okay? You're supposed to be really happy about it. The World card, see? Stop worrying. This is when I pulled the World card for you, I heard Bobby McFerrin. Don't worry, be happy now. Okay, so that might mean something to you. All right? You are a little bit of his muse, too. This guy's turning into a lovey-dovey. He's going to be a heck of a lot less Virgo and a heck of a lot more Cancer. You might be like, he's getting a little clingy. How's your day going? How you doing? What you up to? Good morning, my love. Good night, darling. You're going to be like, the heck's his problem? What do you want? You're going to be like, what do you want, Virgo? Right now, you're still in that nervous energy, Carla, but give it 6 months, maybe a year. And then when he comes at you, oh, my darling Carla, I hope you have the best day ever. You come back with, what do you want? All right, so I think the vibes are cool. All right. Next up is Savage Gem. What's up, you Savage Gem? All the signs say you're pretty fly for a Savage Gem. All right, you're going to be at 114.40. All right, let's see what we got on this. I do not act my age. Not a chance. Hold on. I jacked up the cards. Hold on. There we go. Respect the deck, Archer. My body is in its 40s. My soul is very young still. All right, Savage Gem. New timestamp, 1:15. All right, my manager and I seem to have differences of opinions regarding the annual reviews. I have documentation to back my opinions, however, she does not. Do things work out in my favor? Okay, let's see. Okay, the Star card, the Shadow card, and the Wheel of Fortune. What I am seeing on this one is yes, I actually do see that upon the appeal for the review, you may have to do one extra step and notify your HR about it. There is the potential, however, that whatever you've already done, that initial contact where you presented your documentation to prove her wrong, there's the potential. She's got free will with the Wheel of Fortune, okay? So your manager could choose to go, you're absolutely right, let me correct that. Or your manager could be stupid. In which case, if your manager's like, oh, sorry, I didn't get the email, oh, no worries, and nothing ever comes of it, give the manager 1 week to act on it properly. And if the manager doesn't act on it or comes back saying, nope, no appeal denied, submit it to HR. Set up a meeting with the HR. Go to them, show them the letters, show them the review, and then show them your evidence. HR will override the manager, and in return for what the manager tried to pull on you, of course, that'll put a strike into the manager's record, because HR keeps records on everybody, all right? Even the managers, they lose all frickin' power at that point. Even for me, when I had finally made it to property management at the third company I was at, if I had an email from HR, even I freaked out. So, yeah, but there you go. I do see it does work out in your way. There is the potential based on the manager's free will that you may not have to do any further steps, but based on the free will choice, you may have to take one extra step, but it still works out in your favor. All right, Rowdy Hitman, Super Chat's closed, rapid fire. So far, I'm not doing too bad, Rowdy. So far, I'm not doing too bad. You're at 117 exactly. All right, let's see what we got on this. Crystal, then you know. Whenever I got an email from HR, I was like, oh God, what did I do? What did I do? I never actually did get in trouble either. It was always regarding like other people or other things, but it was enough that it still it made my heart flutter when I saw that in my inbox. You know what I mean? All right, what we got for you is the Two of Wands, the Queen of Swords, the Three of Wands, and the Nine of Swords. Within the silence right now, I do see on this coming in that you have the potential to get a little bit of an insider tip. I don't know if you've been researching it or not, but in your case, you're going to get an insider tip about a way to make some money. It is still through Lotto, but I don't know. If you were a betting man or you went to casinos, I would tell you that you're going to find the whole plot line of the movie 21, where somehow you figure out how to perfectly magically count the cards and you just walk away with the whole house, right? Somehow you can apply that to the Lotto. Unless you're bored and have nothing else to do and you want to start learning how to play poker or blackjack or whatever. I don't know how to count cards either, so I don't even waste time in casinos. I can just throw my money in the toilet, save gas and mileage on my Jeep, so I just stay home. But what I'm seeing on this one, you probably have more of a life than me, is like, there's a way to adapt that. There's a way to, maybe you just need to watch the movie 21, but translate it into winning the Lotto, okay? Or if you don't have a lot of free time, there's a scene in The Hangover where they do the same counting cards trick too. All right, and what's his name? Zephyr Ding Dong. He can count cards too. That might be able to work too. Oh God, am I bringing it up because you might still know? I mean, don't tell. Yeah, Ace of Pentacles. Ten of Swords. Oh, there's no casino near you. Eight of Wands. But you can travel. Oh Jesus, I put a new bug in your head. You might actually be really good at it with the Shadow card. You know what? I'm going to just call the energies I'm pulling, Rowdy. God is sitting there going, why do you keep messing around with the Lotto? Get back in there and play yourself some blackjack. Life hack. Vegas, baby. What do you all got in Australia? Do you guys have a Vegas? Or a Blackpool? Is Blackpool even still a thing anymore? Or an Atlantic City? Even Detroit's got a couple of casinos. Oh, want to take you on a sea cruise. You might want to look into that. Maybe it's a way to make a couple bucks. I don't know. All right, pastel yellow. They call me pastel yellow. Quite right. Okay, you worked at the Trump Plaza, Crystal? Oh, dude. I don't think we ever bumped into each other. I don't remember. I haven't been in Vegas since college. It's been a long time. Okay, let's see what we've got. Pastel yellow is going to be at 119.52. All right. Ooh, the Hangman. I don't know why, but when I saw the Hangman, I heard hang tight. So Page of Pentacles, Two of Cups, soulmate sending a message. No contact in January 18th, as you said. Move on. Okay, cool. Now, what I'm seeing on this one, God is providing you with a Two of Cups. You're at a crossroads with a decision on the Page of Swords about learning a lesson in your own self-worth and what makes you happy. Temperance on the Sun card, okay? This is part of the King of Cups, too. Now, you have two options where you could absolutely, totally choose to wait for him. His free will has now jumped another timeline due to the fact on this Page of Pentacles that with his overwhelmingness and his isolation phase, he's in this safe zone. He's choosing options that don't require a lot of work. He's choosing such a human, path of least resistance, work smarter, not hard. Anyways, if you did hang tight and wait on this one, he'd come around and we would get a chance to. However, should you choose to leave the door open, let him, bless his heart, let him find his way, you know, God wants you to know he does have a soulmate waiting for you. He just doesn't usher us in. Right now, there is a single male in your area that went through a rough time, that's been on his own, is ready to start looking for love again, has put it out there into the universe, and God's like, hey, should you choose to leave that door open and walk away from it with the Hanged Man, I'm going to introduce this person to you. From whenever you make that choice to move on, okay, add 7 days to the day you choose to move on, okay? And that's when you will meet your new person. It will happen faster than waiting for him to keep making the wrong free will decisions because he is still very scared of commitment. That's something he's working on, all right? If you didn't want commitment, you just wanted a fun time with no strings attached and that, he'd be cool right now. But he's working through the phase of getting ready to be a divine partner and a spouse, which that brings him back to you. You're the one he's supposed to be with. Just because he didn't reach out yet, he's still digging that independent streak in him, right? So leaving that door open, he'd come around. He needs about another, at this stage, another, 4 to 6 weeks, all right, for the free will to reverse. If you do at this moment, say, I'm going to move on. I choose to release and forgive and move forward. Bless his heart, let him find his way. Within a week from the moment you did that, God would usher in the new person for you, okay? And this one would take off like a rocket. Either way, you have a good future and a relationship. It's not a matter of if, it's just a matter of when you would like it, okay? I hope that helps. All right, doobie-doobie-doo, Little Baker, I'm going to pop a card for you. That diamond's pretty. And I'm still going to pop a card real quick. So you're going to be at 122.36 with the Queen of Wands and the 10 of Wands. Your person's getting ready to take things to the next level in the Empress card, okay? This here with the Queen of Wands, 10 of Wands, is that they are realizing that you're the sure win. You're the one they wish to be with. The 10 of Wands shows currently they are working on getting rid of the old burdens that they brought, the past trauma baggage into the connection, and getting ready to take another shot with you and the Empress. So do prepare to receive a message. All right. 8 of Cups. He walked away from the options. You're the only one on the mind right now, which is cool. All right, Christine, you are going to be at 123.10. Let's see what we got for Christine. Can I have a reading as to how to proceed with my dad's girlfriend, who's 85-year-old, financial exploitation with my dad's impersonating my dad on his phone and intentionally assaulting you and the deleting. Okay, gotcha, Christine. Okay. Death card, reversed. By the way, your dad's not going to die anytime soon. Knight of Wands, King of Wands, 7 of Wands. Even though this woman thinks she's Anna Nicole Smith and he's Hugh Hefner, by the way, and you're sitting here going, my dad is by far from Hugh Hefner money, right? She thinks your dad's loaded. Anyways, so the stuff that's going on between this here is your dad has to make his own free will choice. You would have to actually get a court order, prove him incompetent, or you have power of attorney and control over his estate and affairs where you can block her. However, with the shadow card, anything she did to you, she's not going to stop it on her own. It would require a legal cease and desist from an attorney, okay? Doesn't have to go all the way to a lawsuit. I'm being told she's all bark, no bite. She gets a letter with a really nice letterhead on the top of it with a cease and desist added. Might cost you a couple bucks. She ends. She stops. All right? This may have to go legal. Think of it as like getting, before everything goes to probate, getting rid of the problem sooner. King of Cups, right now, you got to focus on you and look out for you, all right? If there's any point where you're like, oh God, I shouldn't do this because like, oh, it's dad's girlfriend, isn't that? Nope, this one supersedes that because she's attempting to take everything that is rightfully the family's. God bless America. And she has another man. Your poor father's being cheated on by her. And she's not like a 20-year-old Anna Nicole Smith. That's the thing. She's a grown-up. She should know better. You know what I mean? But she doesn't. That's why the high priestess, do not tell your father. Do not tell her. All you do, it's a Machiavelli move. It's a Machiavelli move. Don't tell anybody. Just simply get it, have it sent, pay the extra to have it delivered, you know? It's worth it for the power move. Then sit back and wait for them to reach out to you. Then you've Machiavellied and you've taken your power back because they think you're going to be a doormat and let her get away with it. She's gonna freak. And that puts her in her place. The moon card. She down for the count. All right? Don't tell anyone. Move in silence. And just let her be pleasantly surprised. Bless her heart. There's a special place in hell for people like her. Okay? She has the potential to take everything that your father has. Okay? And here's the real karmic part with the death card reversed. She thinks he's already got 1 foot in the grave, 1 foot on the banana peel. Your father is going to be really healthy. Your father is not going anywhere anytime soon. Here's what I'm going to tell you. This can be your pocket ace. Just keep it to yourself, all right? She don't need to know about this one. Your father makes it into triple digits. I cannot tell you how old he will be, but I can tell you there will be 3 digits in his age before he transitions. And she's going to really hate it. Anyhow, I'm only laughing because she's not good people. She deserves to be laughed at. My grandma would look and go, Archer, steer clear. That's a bad kid, right? All right. That one, it may have to go like that. All right. Next up. Did I give Little Baker a card? Holy cow, I didn't give Little Baker a card. Did I timestamp Christine? I hope I did. Did I timestamp? Anyways, Little Baker, you're at 127.07. All right, that way maybe we didn't lose all the timestamps. I'm getting better at this. This phone thing works. Do understand that there is love coming in for you with the person that's on your mind. Over the course of the next 4 weeks, you guys will start speaking, communicating, and in the course of the next 5 months, you will start making plans to move in together with the 10 of Pentacles. The one on your mind is there. They're learning about love and forgiveness, okay? 4 of Cups, they're fighting the system a little bit. They're also getting their temper and depression under control. Then they'll reach out to be your 10 of Pentacles kingdom spouse in the 5 of Cups. There is a chance with this 5 of Cups that you guys will get to cycle back around again, and there'll be one more test. However, at this point, you guys are both leveled up, and you guys get to go forward. You guys get to begin the journey of walking each other home. Okay. Inquiring minds. Inquiring minds want to know. Inquiring minds. And knowing is half the battle. G.I. Joe. Yep. All right, 128.08. Let's see what we got for inquiring minds. Does the friend still think of me? Not feeling it. Let me find out. Does your friend still think of you? The Hangman. The 9 of Cups. Yep. The Judgment card. Oh, the 5 of Cups, 10 of Pentacles. Yes, your friend does think about you. However, your friend is still stuck in a rather stubborn phase of their life that they choose not to forgive because they never really learned how. Okay? Your friend is still in that vibe that they can do no wrong to anyone else around them. And they feel it's a power move by doing this. It's almost still a form of making them the winner because there's so much jealousy in this energy. And it's your friend. I'm just saying right now your friend's in a little bit of a dark place with the Judgment card, okay? And it's the Emperor wears no clothes. Your friend has to go through a humbling and an ego death still because they're still in that vibe that they can do no wrong. Everybody else is the problem. And that's why you're not the only friend that's not around them anymore. They're isolating a little bit more and they think that's the right choice. So I don't need anybody. I'm fine with nobody. And it's like, that's why you're having a problem, buddy, because your DNA and your blueprint says you're supposed to have people in your life. and you're choosing to self-isolate. And then you're wondering why you're all sad and depressed. But this is why, okay? So, bless her heart, they're still a little stubborn. I am told that your friend does work through this in this lifetime, all right? Because your friend is going to lose somebody very near and dear to them that will choose not to forgive them. And this is somebody very important to them. A parent, a child. Every family winds up having some child that just defects from the family and never speaks to the parents again, while completely ripping the parents' hearts to shred in the meantime, right? That's what's going to happen to him. That one, like there's a child that will hate him because he never made time for the child. And therefore, that's where he has his humbling, okay? Now, Ten of Pentacles does show you guys can resolve this and work things out, okay? So I think on this Ten of Pentacles, by Virgo season, okay? This is something over the summer into the fall. That's how long your friend is gonna, your friend, like when your friend was a kid, inquiring minds, when your friend was a kid, they were the ones, tell me if I'm right on this one, because they were the ones that says, if I don't get my way, I will turn blue. I will hold my breath. And they would do it until they passed out on the floor, even though in reality, there's no way a kid can hold their breath that long. The brain kicks in a trauma response, and you're forced to take a breath. So the 5-year-old could be like, at some point the brain overrides. It goes, not today, kid. So he is still kind of in that vibe, is like, I'm right. I'm right. I'm right. And I will hold my breath until everybody agrees with me on that. Yeah, let me know how that goes. Let me know how that goes, buddy. All right? So if you do give them the time on this one, your friend, they will come back. Okay? It might take till Virgo season because there's got to be a humbling. And I have no clue how the child relates into this, if they've got kids or not. If not, maybe it's somebody that they look at in that aspect or have a bond with, like a parent and a kid word. I'm not totally sure how that ties into it, unless he's actually got a kid. Then that would really explain it. But I'm not sure. But yeah, your friend has to lose somebody that doesn't forgive them. Then they will come back having seen the errors of their ways. Okay? Oh, Shelby, I love people like that, bless her heart. No, and I'm not insulting your mother. I'm a Cancer. We are programmed to respect everybody's mother equally. So, no, that's okay. But, I mean, if tarot and all that stuff is so sacrilege, then why does the Book of Enoch exist? And why did the 3 wise men have to do astrology following a star to find Jesus? And Jesus, or anyways, I don't know. A lot of people say that to me too until I do a reading for them with the Bible cards, and then they're cool. That's the thing. Totally. It's where we find the choices and the answers. That's okay. Everybody's going to hate on that stuff too, you know? But people that get like that, like Crystal, like you're saying, like Serena, something always happens to those people where they need a card pulled and they realize that they're in the wrong. It works just like the people that try to like sell their soul to the devil, and that they always later on they figure out that was a horrific mistake to make. But yeah, you know, tarot could be, anything could be used for the bad. If you think about it, Hitler quoted scripture. Hitler quoted scripture for the Third Reich. It's like, yeah, there's nothing in the Bible that backs up what Hitler did, you know? Right? What? I don't know. But just saying. So, you know what? Have grace with those people, especially when I'm noticing that they're parents. They're more mature energies, some who might have still been raised in a more traditional Roman Catholic type of a life, right? Where, ooh, tarot bad, scary, because they had dealt, right? Because they dealt with tarot readers, like I should have a turban on and a bunch of crystals and a crystal ball around me, and I should speak with a weird Russian accent. Yes, I read the cards for you. I read cards. In Russia, tarot read you. But, right? Same thing as I could look at all of our parents and be like, oh my, what's up with that Bible? Oh dear. You know, bless their hearts. But the thing is on those, don't judge them, because right there, they're judging. And that's kind of a low level vibration. To be a judgment-free zone, go, that's okay if you don't like the tarot. It's cool. You know, just do you. Just choosing the peace with it. Yeah, like Queen Tiki's saying, just dealing with it, right? Yeah. Because there always comes a time when those people see the errors of their ways. There's always a result or a consequence for every decision ever made or ever will be made. You know what I mean? All right, guys. I think we're good. Melissa's got the timestamps covered. Melissa, this worked really good. We will do this again. This is like the perfect way to do this. I didn't have to swap, flippity flop. It's cool. That's what, don't listen to him, bless her heart. It's, do you know how many times I quote Megan Maroney and I'm not pretty? Right? Let them all judge, bless her heart, you know? All right, guys, we are good. I'll be back this afternoon. But we're going to do, I don't know if I changed, did I set the time right on the banner? Because when I do the family messages, they're going to be at 4 o'clock instead of 3. It gives me an extra hour for pre and post production, all the behind the scenes stuff. Did I fix that? Family collective message Thursdays at 3. That's not right. Hold on, let me fix that. I'm a tech dork. Yes, I have a computer with a keyboard. 4 p.m. Hold on, fix that. There we go. See, we're a team. We're doing all this stuff together. I love it. All right, let me see how this looks. Let's look at this now. Oh yeah, okay. You know, I'm still gonna leave that. Frankie actually told me her schedule when she does her super chats. I don't remember. Although the other thing I should do with this is hold on, edit that, because now we're done with the super chats. This has got to scroll during the fan message tonight, so it should go to this point. Boom. We'll fix that. Boom, boom. There, like that. Okay, cool. We got that fixed up for the fan message. So yeah, okay. The fan message will be at 4 o'clock. That looks good. Now it's scrolling. Now we got the ticker ticking. That old ticker is a ticking. I think we're ready. Okay, guys, I'm gonna scoot, get started on some other stuff. 11:11 Eastern time at the moment of ending this. So I hope these all help. Thank y'all. All right. I'll see you back about 4 o'clock this evening. All right, we'll do cards and coffee is good, so it's fan message. Anyway, I know what I'm doing. And I've got a billion post-it notes to cover me. All right, I'll see you guys later. All right. Oh, that's right. We did have that I got that the first couple of cards was to let me know what the fan message was going to be about. So I'll go back and watch the replay because I don't remember what I said. Excuse me. I would love it. That'd be fun. I love doing the behind the scenes stuff. Like me and Frankie love talking tech and retention and numbers. We love it. Okay, I'm going to scoot. That reminds me, I got to do that too. Anyway, I had something else going on. I'll keep you guys posted. I'm not sure what Frankie and I are planning for a January collab yet. We both have been busy bees. But when we find out, y'all will be the second to know. All right, so go get some lunch. Have a good day. I'll see you about 4 p.m. Eastern time this afternoon. And until then, on that note, love you guys.